news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. Elevate your new week, fuel your success. SSM invites you to kickstart each weekday with our news update Between the Lines, featuring the week's top news and analysis and the most attention-grabbing lines, deciphering world events. Hook up to SSM Monday program Between the Lines.
And here we are, Between the Lines, Monday, the 12th day of January 2026. I'm here in Milan studio. I'm excited to see my man on the other end. My name is Godwin Iweajua, and I'm face to face with
Dr. Olufemi Obakaromi in England.
That's the doctor. Great doctor. You are looking cool, like your t-shirt says. You look
Thank
cool.
you very much.
Is the weather not getting at you? It's freezing. It's
The
weather
is really cool out here. Really, really cool. As in 0 degrees. Yeah.
Oh wow! But you don't look like you're that cold. Maybe the room is burning with some heat there too. Nice.
You have to live by that. That's how we live.
Yes. You're welcome, Doc. So yes, you are here. We're here for you. It's another beautiful week, the second week in the new year 2026, and I'm here. We've come to, like we use those words, elevate your new week, fuel your success. We invite you to kickstart this new week with our news update, Between the Lines. And Between the Lines today, we have some news here. Dr. Femi, the good news is some engagements are going on, hopefully to bring Nigeria to a good point. Presently, our president is in UAE for what they call the Dubai Sustainability Summit 2026. Let's see him. Let's see the clip. Then you tell us that. So that's our Nigerian president Bola Ahmed Tinubu in UAE, and he's there for that summit, sustainability summit. This is the 2026 edition of that summit, and it looks like a powerful event that might bring some economic change and some other good in most sectors in Nigeria, mainly in our global interactions also. Yes, so that's the president and the entourage and the UAE king. So we can see that the Nigerian president was treated to a high-level welcome reception, and it shows who we are also on the global stage. When we see events like this, it puts some smiling face on us that things to get better. So, Dr. Olufemi, unmute your phone, unmute your volume. Tell us, what does this event bring? Sustainability Summit 2026.
First, before we go into the event itself, the ambience and the atmosphere there shows the kind of how the rating Nigeria has outside our shores.
That's true.
The importance and the class at which that nation puts Nigeria. So that shows a kind of welcome that our president received there. And
Very true.
This summit is very important as it's both economical and also in area of national development. And when we have summit like this, where leaders jojo and discuss ideas on nationhood and putting nations forward, and when we have it in nations where I'm very, very excited because it's happening in UAE, because it is not, it is UAE is between the developed and the developing nation. It's still a developing nation. Yeah, it's still a developing nation. A few decades ago, it was just one of those nations around the hemisphere. But here, in the desert, now it is what. So when we have that kind of summit like that, it's an opportunity to also gather some ideas on how to move our nation forward. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to ideas that will come out from this and how that will really reflect on our nation, Nigeria.
Okay, thank you. But UAE also has gone very far in development, Doc. I mean, you have some wonderful, heavy masterpiece, architectural piece, and a lot of structures. Structures that really looks. I mean, you wonder how they built them.
Out of this world, it looks out of this world.
Out of these world structures, and also economically, UAE is doing well. So UAE has gone real far. You see those skyscrapers. I mean, like you said earlier, turning the desert into a wonderland. Skyscrapers, lightning everywhere. The whole town looks like a city, like a mega city. And you have those.
Don't forget that UAE did not just get to where they are. There are some fundamental that actually worked towards what UAE is today. If you go look at the history of UAE, the leaders before then were just dormant people who were just sitting on oil. I don't know what to do. Until one radical young man from the oligarchy came into power. According to history, he had to buy his uncle and got into power. But the thing, it was so focused on development that the people actually followed him. Remember, they don't have democracy. They don't have the kind of democracy we talk about. They are oligarchy. They are family. It's a family that's running the nation. That's correct. Also, they are a kind of knitted society. You cannot come in there and say, "Oh, I was born in somewhere, then I want to come and get the citizenship of UAE." It doesn't happen. So they are close knitted. If you've been there before, you will see the real citizens hardly work. Most of the work done are done by foreigners. So the people actually, most of the season comes out in the evening. You will see them looking very fresh, very clean, and they come out shopping, and it's like as if they live in another world entirely from us. And this was done with oil money. Unfortunately, we got ourselves into a mess where we had oil money. Instead of looking at how do we develop, we said we have money, we don't know what to do with the money. The next thing, we called the whole world to come and help us spend. During first tax, we took our money, let's do a Doji award. We gave out money to everybody, go and start spending anything you don't want to do. So when we had leaders who had no vision, so that was our beginning. That's the beginning of our mess. So if you had leaders that had vision at the beginning, when oil actually came, we had leaders that had vision, yet we would have been in this mess. And you remember during the military era, we did not move forward. We did a reverse march. We marched backwards because the vision of our our forefathers who wanted independence was not what the military actually had. So it was entirely different. So, we actually had. We were the mess.
You're giving great insight here. Viewers, we have some viewers with us joining. viewers, we are discussing our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in UAE for what they call the Abu Dhabi Sustainability Summit. Also, let us note something, Doc. UAE, as much as they are Muslims, don't give room to this brotherhood mentality of Arab people. You know, they don't allow them come to their country. So what will you say about that? Is that not interesting? I thought it's a family of the Muslim world.
Yeah, they are liberal Muslims, and they don't tolerate the Muslim Brotherhood. They can't stand them.
Okay.
Immediately they smell that you are part of them, you are deported. You are deported immediately. Although they maintain the tenets of Islam, but they do in a liberal way. They build churches. The government build churches. There's St. Mary Church in Abu Dhabi, massive church built by government. In there, beside the mosque. Also, you have in there that, for example, they put in a signpost, no show of public affection. So you and your wife cannot kiss or start holding or cuddling in public. The Islamic tenet is respected. So also, while they're doing this, they don't believe in Sharia law. They don't believe in Sharia law. So the thing is, so they don't tolerate the Muslim Brotherhood. Unfortunately, for the Western nations, and also their Minister for External Affairs said something recently. I think I posted it to my son. He said, unfortunately for the Western nation, they are treading a dangerous path with the way we cuddle the Muslim Brotherhood. That they don't have any other option but to destroy. So you find that they are liberal and they also are very, very good Muslims.
Thank you. We will come to more of this topic, Doc, because we're coming to the Iranian protest and how it's looking. Iran, that's Iran. You call it Iran. So we'll come to that. So viewers, this is it. Our president left Lagos for all of this trip, and now he's at the summit at the invitation of the United Arab Emirates King, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. Yeah, that's it. So let's see how that event goes. It's called Abu Dhabi Sustainability Summit, and we hope it will bring some level of engagement that will bring fruits. Doctor, for me, anytime we have this outing, our president goes, we want to see the reflection. We want to see the results also in some of the policies that are done afterwards. We want to see things really take shape, not just going signing MOUs. Most times everybody is signing MOU and nothing comes out of those MOUs. Let's be honest. Doc, what will you say? I mean, we want to see.
No, I disagree. I disagree with you that nothing comes out of this. Now, listen, policy process is not like you put rice on fire, you put salt and water, and then there's something. With all due respect, there's something we Nigerians, especially Nigerians, do is that we are not patient for anything. If you talk about long-term project, we are not interested. All we want to do quick. It happens in our economy, it's happening in our business. We don't want to do long-term business. We want quick. When we talk about policies need time to be written, to be understood, and also to germinate. And we also want to rush.
Let me say this. Sorry to help you. Let me say something to add to what you are saying. You won't blame Nigerians because every government comes in and tells us policy takes time to manifest. Policy, you will need to be patient. So, and we never see the end result. All we hear is wait, let's have that patience. It will take time. Then that government will go. Another one will come and tell us policy takes time. Wait. This is how it's been for 60 years. I mean,
no. This is a mistake. This is a mistake people make. Nigeria is just 26 years old, 27 years old.
Yes.
Let me tell you, those years the military came, Each time they come, they mess up everything the other people have been doing. But when we talk about civilian government, government is a continuum. So in civilian government, is more of a continuum than the military. The military, the more they overthrow a government, they want to rubbish everything the previous government has done to justify overthrowing them. So that's why you find the two things, yes. So but in civilian government, you find that some people who are in government in 1999, they may still be in government in 2027. Or they may be in other areas in 2027. So policies may likely continue. For example, look at what Lagos.
What do we do? How do we hear this? It's a very sensitive question.
Yes.
But before then, let's acknowledge viewers that are with us. We have good numbers here, and there's George. George is one of our coordinators. We're presently in Nigeria. George says the visit highlights growing Nigeria. UAE cooperation, especially in green energy, sustainable development, and economic partnerships aimed at attracting foreign investment. Strong words. George, good eye insights there. George, it looks as if you're following this event. Please do more for us. Let's see, like we're discussing here, policies manifest. Dr. Ade, now, the other thing I want to say is this. When you said the military comes in and the policy they have changes because there's another coup and all of that. Now, how do we make sure that the time frame of each government, that 4 years at least, let's not even talk of the 8 years, the other 4, the 4 years at least, they are able to package their policies and bring out things that will benefit the masses. The end game is the masses, Dr. Olufemi. I mean, when the masses are still suffering, people are still eating from downhill, people are eating from dustbin and all of this. It has no effect. All this policy making and traveling, engaging has no effect on the people.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. A lot of Nigerians are doing well at home. A lot of Nigerians are doing them abroad. And recently, Nigeria has gone to a 300 trillion naira economy at home. And these investment portfolies are opening at home.
But how do you get this data? How do you get this data, Dr. Femi? Because Nigeria that can't even give us our number. We default with our just human numbers. We can't get that.
Let me tell you, the problem is that we want to run before we start walking. In the past, nothing has been put in place as in long-term policy. That is where civilian government is good, because most of the policies becomes law, signed by the National Assembly. It's not something you start overnight, because it is a law. It's a part of the law, and because it's signed by the National Assembly, authenticated by the president, and therefore it becomes part of our law. Before you can change it, it's a long process. In the past, military just do decree overnight. They just let 4 or 5 people sit somewhere and then rubbish everybody. But civilian government
it has been almost 30. It has been almost 30 years now for
it can be 45. Listen. And can I tell you, in the past, it's like Nigeria has a broken leg and we've been drinking paracetamol and ibuprofen. This government and the past few governments in Nigeria have begun to go down and begin to do a surgery to Nigerian economy. That Nigerian economy, Nigeria is going to diversify from oil. We are not oil dependent economy, full-time oil dependent economy anymore. We are beginning to go into the diversification to the extent that is what Nigeria is. Our population should count for something. Our energy, our drive should count for something. Look at what happened in Nigeria in December. Entertainment industry brought the whole world to Nigeria. Do you know how
that is because, like George will say, I don't know if George is also still watching us. That is because the entertainment industry is still a private business.
It is not because no.
If it were a government,
the government creates the enable environment.
Entertainment, it will probably not be working out like this. I mean, look at the Nollywood and the music. The music industry they are doing very well, as George noted.
Nigerian government create the enable environment. Lagos State government create the enable environment. Look at what Lagos State government has done over the years to create the enable environment for that to thrive. That's one of the things people just overlook. Because Lagos State government...
Because they saw that this sector, entertainment, music, and all of it, movie, they saw that they were really doing a lot without even their help at the initial stage. I mean, you agree with me? These boys,
yes.
these people were pulling up heavily, that they've now become a global influence around the world. And that's because initially government wasn't there. So, but now they can begin to look at them, you know, and we hope they don't go and spoil the whole thing.
Mark, one of the things you fail to understand is that when government begin to look at them, what it does is that it boosts the economy of the people and also the musicians themselves. Look at in the past when you talk about December. I remember when I was in a few decades ago, when you talk about December, people go to Ibiza to go and flex. Young people go to Ibiza to go and flex. They go to Europe, some European countries who are warm. Now the world is looking at Nigeria. And let me tell you, 20, 30 years ago, there was nothing called Lekki. So government created an environment for that to thrive.
We're going to do what you're doing now is very strong. You're putting Nigeria in the map for tourism, and we want to do that more in this network. We want to really sell our country. So we'll come to some of these issues, but let's move on with some of the global updates that we have. African updates. Also, we heard something. The INEC man, our electoral officer, has promised us that he's using some of the off-season elections that will be coming soon to show his stuff, show what he's made of. But more importantly, he has vowed a global standard election in 2027. So Professor Josh Amimpiton says that the general election will be free, fair, global, credible, and he's pledging his adherence to the election. Now, let's talk about this. It's one thing to talk, Doc. It's one thing to say those beautiful words. It's another thing to really come to that playing field, you know, that's reality. Are we going to see a true, credible election 2027? I know you're not a soothsayer, but what do you think?
When you let me say something about this. I am going to be saying the tongue in check, but I see a man who has achieved everything he can achieve academically, and there's an opportunity to make a name for himself. Let me say, I'm going to say this tongue cheeked. People from that area of where it comes from in Nigeria, they value their name more than anything. They value their name more than anything. That man has achieved everything he wants to achieve academically. He's a senior advocate of Nigeria, he's a professor of law or whatever. And now he has an opportunity to put his name to put stamp authority in his name, respect in his name. That man will do that. But unfortunately for Nigeria, let me tell you there's something unfortunate. There's some Nigerians, even if Jesus Christ is INEC chairman and they lose election, they will say it's rigged.
Okay. Well, let's continue with some of the comments coming in. George is still writing here. George says weak governance, corruption, economic hardship, public frustration, insecurity, terrorism, historical militarization of politics. These are the issues affecting Nigeria. I think that's what George is saying. George is
no perfect nation. There is no perfect nation.
He says more of this. He said, Dr. Olufemi, these are mere abstract statistical figures that do not reflect the everyday reality. Dr. Femi, this man can tell us this. This man is in Nigeria now. This man is seeing
you can be anywhere in the world.
You know, I told you, me and you can be in Europe and be giving numbers, because how do you give numbers when we Nigeria is yet to all get figures right? We still don't know how to go about getting real authentic figures. Our number we don't even know. We can't tell the number of youths, the number of old people, the number of sick people. None of all of this we have, and we'll now come and say statistics has improved. Nigeria economy is doing well. The statistics says.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. Do you have an NIN? Do you have an NIN?
Yes, I do.
Do you have BVN?
No.
Okay. Do you have NIN 20 years ago? Do you have an NIN 20 years ago? That is a problem with Nigerians. Whatever we've achieved, we rubbish it. Whatever we don't achieve, we are like Jews. We look at what we don't have, what have not achieved, and rubbish what we have achieved. Over the years now, if you take in Nigeria, if you take a loan, you can't run away. In the past, you take a loan, you disappear. Nobody knows where you are. Now we are beginning to be accountable for who we are. Now, election. People will talk election about election. In the election, in the past, in the north, they used goat leg to count to do election. They comprint everybody. Now it cannot be done because it has been connected to NIN. Gradually, we are getting it. Gradually, we are going to go there. That's the problem with most Nigerians. Yes. We look at what we have not achieved and rubbish what we have achieved.
No, we're not rubbishing. We're making us to realize it, because also we're coming to this point of things, of doing the right things too late. I mean, we should have gotten this right long ago.
Because we are in Egypt. We are in the Egypt of our nation. We are in enslavement. We are enslavement. We are just 26 years into this. Okay. Into real democracy. At least we are turning things over. Yeah,
the INEC boss is telling us that INEC must aspire. He said they must aspire to become the best electoral managing body in Africa, and he's giving us his word. So we're holding those words. The Dr. Omipiton, we are holding those words. Amopiton. Yes, we are holding these words you have said. We will see also how Ekiti, there are about 3 states that will be having the off-season election. We'll see how it will be done, and we can also at that point comment on your efforts. So viewers, this is what we're getting today. We're also having more stories coming from different parts of Africa, different parts of the world also. Let's talk a little about you. We were talking about the extreme Islam, and Iran is going through a lot. There are pictures we can show here. Numbers of people that have been killed because they are protesting. And interestingly, Dr. Olufemi, they are asking for Trump. The masses say, America, come and help us. Come and help us. We need America. What will you say about that? Is it that people now see Trump as the savior of the world? How have we come to this level where the governors in some countries have failed and they are looking for external savior?
It's neither here or there. And one of the things we have to be very careful about is this trend of American come and save us, because a lot of people do not understand the politics that is going on at the moment. Okay. Now, there is let me just give a little inkling to what is happening. America and China are loggerheads or economic policies. Now, America cannot go head to head with China because they've tried it with sanctions. It didn't work. They hit them back, and it hit America the more. What America is doing now, America is targeting the sources of Russian development. One, Venezuela and Iran are major suppliers of Chinese oil. Now, they've killed Venezuela. They are intruding into Iran.
But it's not them, Doctor.
Listen. Let me explain something to you. Now, if America want to undermine you, what they do is this: they begin to pump ideas and begin to pump policies and begin to do economic sanctions towards your common man. And before you know it, uprising. This was how they did the uprising against Gaddafi, and he was overthrown. Gaddafi had his country under control, but when they started with Gaddafi, they got him out. And what happened? They engineered the people against him. They flushed him out. Now, this one is another way of doing it, because at the end of the day, Iranian oil will not go to China, Venezuela oil will not go to China, and that will hit Chinese industry. I'm coming about the economy. I'm talking about the economic policy.
You're talking about the
economic policy. Now, let's go back to the politics. Let's go back to the politics. Now, the politics of Iran. The point of Iran is far more complex than people could see in the eye. The point of Iran is that before now, the Shah of Iran was the one ruling until this Islamist, the Ayatollah, overthrew him. I think in 79 or something, overthrew him, and they got rid of him, and they turned into an Islamic nation, and they're doing what they're doing now. Now,
the people don't want this.
The people don't want it.
The people don't want all of this Islamic thing.
That's why I say I'm coming to the politics. The people don't want it. Now, the people don't want it. The people don't want it because, one, internet, and they are showing the people are beginning to see that they are under bondage. So the people don't want it. So now America is now playing. America is playing. Listen, America is playing on what the people demand, what the people want. The people want, so let's push them to what they want so that we can get this government out and we can get in it. That was what happened to Ukraine. No. That was what happened to Ukraine.
There's a small mix-up, Dr. Femi. There's no mix-up. Anyway, Dr. Femi, let me just do also a breaking news update. We had that the Swiss court, Switzerland, the Swiss court says the co-owner of the bar that caught fire on that New Year day that killed 40 people is now being held in custody, and he will be held for 3 months. 3 months. That's the man there with the wife. A picture we got of them. So you all remember that story. On New Year Day, there was a blast in a bar in the Swiss Alpine. And people said it was the owner of the bar that did that thing, but some people said it was the young men and women, the revilers that were there, the party goers. So anyway, this man is now being held, and let's see what goes on after that. It's very sad. Yes.
These people it can be anybody. They are doing business and it went haywire. And some people will have to. They are going to put their head on the slammer for it. So these people they are just normal people trying to make ends meet. And look at what happened. So it's not.
We're coming, Dr. Femi. I'm still holding you on so many topics or so many issues. We're coming to talk about EFCC, and they talk that EFCC is witch hunting, intentionally grabbing some people and letting some people go. So we're coming back. Viewers, this is it. Between the Lines. Today, the 12th of January, 2026. And the year is going well. We hope you're all having a wonderful new month, too. So let's come back on the other side. We see you. Thank
you. In a world where news flies around every minute, you need the ability to relate and connect with what matters and stay up to date. Schengen Story Media News Echoes program is Africans in Diaspora and at Home's leading English news network, one of the most trusted, respected sources for news updates on current affairs as they affect global Africa. Elevate your new week, fuel your success. SSM invites you to kickstart each weekday with our news update Between the Lines, featuring the week's top news and analysis and the most attention-grabbing lines, deciphering world events. Hook up to SSM Monday program Between the Lines.
To know ADC, you see a handshake, a symbol that stands for belief, passion, ideas and creativity, service with integrity, confidence and commitment. We are the definition of democracy, your party, for you and by you. Every life is important, every right is respected. We promote friendship, cooperation and collaboration. We believe that when we work together, we make great things happen. With love and respect, we shake hands. Yes, we shake hands. Therefore, we say, ADC arise, ADC arise, ADNC arise and shine.
This message is endorsed by ADC 7th Zone, ADC-DN, African Democratic Congress, Diaspora Nigerians, Diaspora Network.
Yes, we're back. We're back on this 12th day of January 2026. My name is Mark Godwin here in Milan, Italy, and I'm here with Dr. Olufemi Oba in London, UK. Dr. Femi, some issues are still on, some very strong issues there. We heard that the former Attorney General of Nigeria was held in custody for some days. And we heard what also followed. He was released and but a lot of people are saying some things. They are saying, is it because this man is not in APC? He's being held, being witch hunted, being, of the tongues are, a lot of people are saying things. Now, let me ask you, is the confrontation with former Attorney General, is it witch hunting him because he's not a member of the party, the ruling party? Because we know some other men that are running around loose, and they've done also similar, very humongous crimes, financial crime. Tell us, Dr. Femi, Malami and the EFCC.
Can I ask you a simple question a question you ask me?
Okay.
Yeah. Now, the amount of money that they're talking about that is being touted about with Malami, and the kind of contracts and the sources of those money and the money laundering involved in them. So should he be going free? If the answer is no, then there's no discussion about this. And it's like they caught a thief. Oh, I'm not the only thief in the society. Oh, we have caught you. Let's deal with you. We'll go and deal with others later. This idea of whenever somebody is arrested for stealing Nigerian money, excuses that other people are, no, let's deal with you. We will deal with you first. We'll deal with others later. The idea of when, it's not because it's in the party or not. You have stolen. So we don't want to know whether you are a party in heaven or not. You are stolen. You are stealing our national cake. You are stealing our money. So let's deal with this. This idea of trying to justify a criminality. If it's not in the political party, because he's not Yoruba, because he's not Hausa, because he's Igbo, because he's this. We start with that. Emefiele, because he's not Yoruba, because he's Igbo. That was why he's been returned. This one, because he's this, he's not is that. This is what we have. The problem in Nigeria. Whenever someone has done something wrong and is being dealt with by law, we put a coloration to it. Malami has mismanaged our economy, our money. Let him go and have his day in court. Nobody is holding him by force. They're taking him to court. Let him go and have his day in court. End of story. End of story. This trying to color it with politics, color it with tribe, and color it with all the.
You know why people will color it. You won't blame people when they come like that. I mean, we have the story of the former governor of Kogi State. That's the former governor there, and we know what he too did and what he has done. But I mean, we know that nothing. His case, the EFCC man said, is in court. You see, so yeah, that's what he said. But this guy too is, I mean, this former governor. I mean, these people were they are stealing. The rate at which they embezzled government fund is, you can't even describe it. Words can't emphasize enough what these people did. So we want the way you treat Peter, like they say, is the way you treat Paul. But because the former governor of Kogi State is an APC member, his own issue is taken lightly. You know, that's why people are raising thorns. I mean, that's the thing. And not only him, there are many more of such APC people that have heavy crime with them. No, Femi, this is Dr. Femi. This is the truth. So we want the way you treat Peter, same way you treat Paul.
Can I ask a question? At 2015, PDP had more governors than APC. Yes. As at 2023, I think PDP had about 18 governors or thereabouts. About 18 or 13 governors. I can't remember exactly now. Now, yes. Before then, if they have 13 governors, that was 13 governors were former PDP members who are governors. They've not been tried. The thing is this: there are other states that were not governed by APC, that the governors are not being tried. So one of the things we ought to do is that until we begin to try APC governors, then AFC is not doing something. One of the things you also forget to understand is that APC, the governor of Kogi State, this governor, I'm usually going to use this word with tongue in cheek again, was a stooge of the former governor. So if the governor of the state is not cooperating with evidence, it will be difficult to prosecute Yaya Bello. So it's not about APC or PDP or EFCC. The governor of Kogi State, that's why they are putting stooge in office. He's not cooperating. But one day there will be a Joseph that a Pharaoh that does not know Joseph. Then Yaya Bello will have his day in court. But now we have a Malami case. Let Malami go and have his day in court. One day, Yaya Bello will have his day in court too. It was not immediately that what's the name of Governor of Abia State? Is senator now. It was not immediately when he left office that he was convicted. It was not immediately. So he can still be convicted.
Okay. Anyway, viewers, we are discussing beautiful here on Nigerian issues. EFCC says they are not on the witch hunt of Malami, the former Attorney General of the Federation, that they are doing their job. The EFCC boss, Olu Koyede, said this yesterday in a TV interview in Nigeria. But let's see him do more with everybody. All these, but it's sad, Dr. Femi, that our politicians will come to office and embezzle huge amounts of public fund. It's terrible. Look at Malami's charges. Look at Malami's charges. Look at
the wealth. Look at the wealth you're talking about. Look at the wealth you're talking about.
We need your comment on all of this. It's time. Nigeria we can't just be in this pothole of nothingness for too long. It's time. We all have to be talking. We all have to raise our voices, do what we can, and see to our country's good, our country's economical best, and all the rest. Let me put this question to you. This one will hit you a little, Olufemi. Does Tinubu have the courage to sack Wike?
What for?
The cry in most with even some politicians, even APC politicians,
they are irrelevant. Their voices are irrelevant. Wike is doing what he was appointed to do. Whatever he's doing
to hunt, to backtrack his own state by he's backtracking his state. He's putting his state in a backward, in a reverse.
He's not putting his state in anything. Fubara is we use word, is an irresponsible man. Let me explain something to you. I've seen governors who listen. I've seen governors who were elected with all the members of assembly in opposition, and they survived 4 years. Fubara was a nobody in Rivers State politics before Wike brought him up. Now, forget about what happened in the past. Let's just put what happened in the past in there. Now, you were suspended for a couple of months. Is it 6 months or thereabout? You are suspended. In that 6 months, you did not build the bridges. He's not a politician, and he's not a wise man. You did not build bridges. You had about 27 members of assembly, and you cannot have some of them on your side. Then you are not worthy to be a governor. You don't have them on your side. That is true. Thirdly, what he's doing now is constitutional act. He is appointing people without the state assembly. He is pending. The reason why he was almost impeached the other time, he's doing it again, and he thinks crossing to APC will save him. It is not going to save him. So I'm a member of APC. If you talk about being APC, it's not about being APC. It is because he's not a wise man. Listen, if I were in his shoes, look at what the same thing happened to Fayose. Fayose said when he was impeached, by the time he came back, he was wiser. So by the time he came back, most of the members of assembly were AD. He was PDP. You know what he did? He went to them personally, one after the other, begged them, what do you want me to do? So gradually, he got in touch with them, and he said while he was doing that, he appointed special advisor. He did not appoint commissioner, so he don't want to offend them. How can Fubara go and give members of assembly 100,000 naira each for Christmas? That's an insult. It's an insult. He insulted those people, rubbish them on social media, come and talk about Wike, and you don't want them to act. You don't want them to act. They are defending the constitution of River State.
So you don't see any reason why the Wike should be, but what we are saying is Wike had his time as governor. Yes,
it is not about Wike having his time as governor.
But why can't he just focus on his Abuja Federal Capital Territory ministerial work?
He has a base. Listen, every politician has a base. Every politician has a base. He is a leader of people. Let me explain something. One of the things you don't understand. Maybe you are not a person.
He's not a leader of people.
Maybe you are not a person politician. Wike is a leader of people. He has his followers and he has his following. These people are the people he told, please calm down. Let us give.
You have your followers. You have to come and truncate the system.
He's not truncating anything. He begged people to calm down and let another community, Ijo community, rule the state. They gave the mantle to someone, and the man is misbehaving. You want the person that begged them to calm down and let him be, that brought him to them. You want him to fold their hands. He's not folding their hands. He has to be on their side because the man is irresponsible.
Anyway, this might not even favor APC, the present government, the way the Wike is going. I tell you, because what he's doing is frustrating an arm of APC, and that's Fubara.
Fubara cannot deliver, and Fubara cannot deliver River State to APC. Fubara cannot deliver because it doesn't have electoral value. Let me think. What you don't understand is this: Fubara does not have any electoral value. that value, that seat is sitting on was a value that Wike brought. And those people who House of Assembly brought to him. They brought to him for him to sit on. He's messing it up. He thinks he doesn't have any electoral value. He doesn't.
But when he's in a condition where there's so much tension around him, he's in a condition
he created it himself. Maybe they impeached Fayose. He came back. He survived another 4 years. What you do? He is acting like Balarabe Musa. Balarabe Musa was so stubborn that he refused to do what he's supposed to do. They impeach him. So listen, this is constitutional process. It's a constitutional process. If you don't want to be impeached, stop doing what will make them impeach you. He is doing what will make them impeach you.
If you don't want to be impeached, don't stop doing what will make them impeach you. Today. Yes. You're spitting fire here, Olufemi. Let's look at some other things. Nigeria pledges stronger security responses after Trump warns of more U.S. strike if we don't do the right thing. Do you think that? Do you think that we are doing we have stepped up our security measures? Because during the Christmas, during the New Year, we had some series of bad occurrences. Remember the Niger market, Niger state, and the women that were killed, foods that were stolen. Imagine stealing food. Imagine terrorists stealing food, and some other strikes that we had, the mosques bombing and everything. Do you think we're doing enough for Trump to withhold his intervention?
We are doing more than enough. Let me explain, but we are not there yet. When was last time you see these idiots on social media holding guns and jumping up and down anymore? These pictures. When was last time you see the pictures like this anymore? They are beginning to target. They are doing soft targets. They are looking at where security men are. Recently, I can't verify it, but I've seen on social media handles that some boys in ABU were involved in banditry. They are the one giving information. So people,
Unimed.
Yes. Unimed, sorry, yes. My bad. Unimed. That some were involved in it. So because of the money involved, some young people are involved in this criminality. It is not about any other thing, but more of a criminality, and they are involved. So now we begin to get to the root of what is causing this. Now, when we're talking about attack in the mosque, attack in the market, that's not what it used to be in the past. They come into the video and do whatever, they take ransom and go and sit on I say government, they could go into ransom, they sit on the social media and start talking. Where are they now? So if that is beginning to diminish, that means we are doing something right. Then now we begin to get to the root of it. Those who are, they are informants. So when you begin to, it's like when you want to weed a place, you need to take it from the root. So their informants too are being arrested. So therefore, information about how to get to soft targets and how to arrest people, how to kidnap people is being. You don't even know whether some of these boys in Unimate are even jamming information meters. So you don't even know what they're doing. Oh yeah. So all these things are tracking this information. Okay. So we are doing something, and now we may not be where we want to be. I used to say we may not be where we want to be, but we are not where we used to be.
Okay, but really, Nigerian government, we're saying it from this network, intensify your fight against this rising insecurity.
Exactly.
We want to protect. We want the lives of our citizens, Nigerians, to be protected. I mean, that should be the core reason any government will want to be in governance: protection of lives and property. Thank you, Dr. Olufemi. Dr. Olufemi, more of the stories here. I like the way you're flowing. You're really putting it well. Viewers, this is it. I'm here with a think tank, a brain box, you know, and Olufemi is there on this beautiful 12th day of January 2026. Let's talk about some few things more. Trump also plans to cancel any second wave on the Venezuelan country because he said some of the statement they gave, they are living up to it. You know, one of it was that people didn't know this. You know, there were hundreds of thousands of prisoners, pastors, Christian clergymen that were being kept in bondage in prison in Venezuela by that president, and they've all been released, you know. So Trump says they are meeting up with all the talk, the oil talk, prison release, and they are improved in their cooperation with the United States and all the demand. So do you think that the talk of going to Cuba next could happen, Dr. Olufemi? Cuba is
a joke. A joke. Yeah, they've tried Cuba many times. They failed. They will try it again. They will fail. Cuba is not Venezuela. Another thing they failed. He is trying to be smart. How smart about was that the fact that the Congress refused to give it to veto his invasion of Venezuela. So this is an excuse because they are cooperating. That's why they are not going. It's because the Congress refused it. The Congress did not sanction it. So if the Congress has sanctioned, it would have gone there. So those are they are because they are going to do that. If he had gone there, they will impeach him.
but
if he had gone there, they will impeach him.
This one now that people are citizens of countries are calling for his help. I mean,
that was why that was how Libyans call for American help, and they don't have a government for 14 years. Please, the next question. That's how Libyans call for. That's why the Libyans call for American help. That's why the Afghanis call the American help. Where are they? They are back to Taliban.
No. Another thing is the governance. Who is at power at that time? You know, there is a difference between how you implement such plans. You know, Trump seems to have the right team. He's defense minister and all of these guys. I mean,
they are doing it for the sake of American economy. They are doing it for economic reasons, or they are not. They are doing it for economic reasons.
That's what everybody says.
American economy is in shambles. American economy is in shambles.
You are saying this? No. I mean, you're the one saying this one. No, it's not true.
American economy is in shambles.
They will give you accurate statistics, and it is not in shambles.
What's the accurate statistics?
Let's go on to
go and look at the record. Which country has the highest debt ratio? Which country has the highest debt ratio? America. So don't say about that. The thing is this: they are after China and everybody that is going through BRICS. That's why they are doing all this. So please, it has the economic implications. Whatever they are doing, do you think Americans are stupid? They just want to go and drop bombs of hundreds of thousands of dollars into other country because there is no economic gain in it. Do you think they are stupid?
America has enough. Do you know America has enough of everything? But they hide your dreams. The reserve, the oil reserve, every reserve they have is just so much. No, truly. Anyway, last time you brought the notice to this network what a governor in Nigeria, northwest of Nigeria, is doing. And since then, I've also been following that governor. We're talking of Borno State Governor Zulum. Zulum. Zulum is taking the bulls by the horn, and that's where you have some of the hardcore terrorist groups too. The man he's not budging. Now Zulum is building mega schools in Borno State, boosting quality education and teachers, recruiting teachers into those schools. Dr. Femi, you brought this notice. Now he's even doing more. He's doing more. So we want our people to know that in the heat of this affliction in the north, some people are still pulling up. Zulum is one of them. Borno State. We are impressed. Yes. Tell me more. You have more on that.
Zulum is a rare gem. Now, one of the reasons where terrorism had reduced because the foundation of terrorism in Nigeria is in Borno State.
It started
so it started there. So if Borno State can have less of attack and less of terrorist activities, that is to say the governor is doing something. And the governor is getting funds from the federal government, central government, like every other governors. If other governors are not doing what Zulum is doing, the thing is this. Let me say something carefully here. and with all sense of responsibility. The fact that I say government, we stop using government. Government is different from government. Federal government is doing their bits. State governors are not doing their bits. Some saying government, Nigeria, government. We have state governors, we have federal government. The federal government is doing their bit. Federal government will not come and do will not send to school in Rivers State or Ogun State or in Borno State. It is the duty of the governors and the local government chairman to do it. Federal government provide funds for it. Governors are stealing it. Zulu is using his judicial system. And that's why you are seeing those beautiful buildings, secured buildings in there. When the children that the Boko Haram and the Almongeris they use are not available, the tools for their terrorism is being diminished. So therefore, you see that is being done. Because that's being done, the children they want to use are not available. So therefore, they are controlled. Secondly, the environment to hide and do their terrorist activities has been curtailed. So therefore, it is very difficult. Borno is lighting up at night. The schools have high walls and they are lighting up. And I also know that the walls are electrocuted. So when you go against the wall at night, the power in the wall, the person will die straight away. So that's why the children they are secured in those places. And when a governor is doing that, and states where they don't have that kind of so they cannot even provide schools, uniform, or textbooks, like in my state, in Ogun State, where you have an irresponsible governor that all he does is just dance around town. So when you have that situations like that, and you have also the governor in Lagos State that is also planning to build an underwater tunnel, you have that kind of thing in different states, and they all get money from the federal allocation. So it is all about states. We should begin to focus on what are the states doing with them. Zulum is doing that. Some states are doing that. What are our other states doing with the money? They've got triple allocation. What are they doing with it?
Okay. And another beautiful thing is the idea is to blend formal education with the normal education. Formal education with Islamic education. Yeah. So this will allow the students to study more interesting things also in that formal education line, digital knowledge and all of those things. So good one, Zulum. We applaud you.
Yes.
Thank you, Femi. Today is blazing. You are giving it to us water, like they will say. But we have to go. We have to go. When we come again, we'll be talking about some other things. Also, more importantly, George, we hope you're still with us. Follow up with the president in UAE. Let's know what is going on there. Femi, what will you add to all you've been saying? Anything that we need to go home with?
I think I like I always say, some people will think, oh yeah, you're just saying that because you don't live in Nigeria, you're only in and out. Listen.
Because you
that's a typical Nigerian thing. That's a typical Nigerian saying. We don't live in America, but we talk about America just now. We don't live in America, but just talk about America now. Nigerians don't want to hear anything. It is if we are talking about bad things now, everyone will be clapping for us. The more you start saying positive things, Nigerians will start saying, "Oh yeah, it's because you don't." But we don't live in America. We just spoken about America now. We just spoke about American people, American economy, and American president. We just said what they are doing positively, what they are doing negatively. We just said both now, and we don't live in America. The world has become a global village. The world has become a global village. In the past, if Tinubu had traveled, until NTA says on television, nobody will know he's traveled. But now, before he even step on the plane, everybody knows. So the world has become a global village. Nobody is hiding can't hide anything anymore. Before you know it, Anthony General had an accident. Before you know it, before the government knows about it, it's already on social media. So that's what the world is all about. So nobody is hiding anything. Oh, it's because you don't live. I don't need to live in Nigeria to know and to feel what I'm in Nigeria. Nigerian blood flows in me.
But also,
I want a better Nigeria.
Something that might be happening with you. Your category, your class of friends and relations in Nigeria, might be the not doing too bad class, but you have the raw ordinary people that are more in number.
That is in every society.
Yeah.
Even in the United Kingdom,
when you give your narrative, when you give your narrative, you might be giving it from this angle. That's your class, you know. But another class,
there are poor and wretched people in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
There are people sleeping on the street in the cold today, the United Kingdom routes. There are people begging on the street of the United Kingdom today. There are people being fed by society in the United Kingdom today. It's everywhere.
That is true.
When next you go to America, when next you go to California, the richest state in America, go to what is called downtown LA. You'll be amazed at the number of people who are on drugs, who are beggars, who are when I took my children there, they couldn't believe they're in America. You think you are in Ajegule.
Yes, Chicago, almost parts of America, you have this kind of thing, but it's all over. Nigeria is worse.
Yeah,
so what I'm saying is, that class of your interactions, your engagement, people you connect with, you know. So maybe you see that a little bit, not too doing bad kind of thing, but don't assume that everybody is not doing too bad. Everybody is living well.
I have not said everybody is. I have not said. Listen, don't be.
I have
not said everybody is doing well. What I'm saying is that Nigeria is a developing economy. Nigeria is a developing nation. When we are talking about developing, that means there are opportunities abound in a developing nation than a developed nation where you have a ceiling.
Your ceiling is blocked. And also you won't blame the masses when they complain, because truly every government keeps saying those words. We need time to implement our policy. Be patient with us to implement our policy.
Not this government. Not this government. Not this government.
Let's see the roundup of 2026. This is the last lap for this government. Let's see how things improve as we go.
Don't worry.
This is good. Listen, I wish I could have you all night talking like this, but we have to go. Thank you very much.
We the Super Eagles well on Wednesday.
Yes. And well done for the one they've done so far. Thank you, Super Eagles. We wish you all the best as you keep flying. All right, viewers, it's been fun out here, rubbing mine with Dr. Olufemi Oba Karunwi, and now we have to go. So till we come again on Wednesday on our African updates, have a beautiful week start. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.